Hey, what's up everybody? Been a long time, but I'm back with another EDH deck tech, and today is my Multani Yavimaya's Avatar. It is a very budget deck, just under $200 probably. Mono green, simple, ramp, hit big. So Multani is a 4 double green, legendary elemental avatar with reach and trample. And he gains +1/+1 for every land you have in your grave and on your field. For 2 mana, you can return 2 lands and bring him from your discard pile back to your hand. So we're going to start with the lands in the deck. There are 46 in total. And so first off, forest, there are 26 basic forests in the deck. And then we're going to go to the budget, quote-unquote, fetch lands. So we have Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, Bant Panorama, Jund Panorama, Naya Panorama, Grasslands, Mountain Valley, Fabled Passage, since it was reprinted in M21, it's a lot cheaper now. Terminal Moraine, Warped Landscape, Blighted Woodland, Myriad Landscape. Now we're going to get into the cycle lands, which there are 5 of them. So Ash Barrens, Blasted Landscape, Desert of the Indomitable, Slippery Karst, Tranquil Thicket, and the last 3 lands, just lands that can help out the deck. Field of Ruin to easily get another basic and destroy someone's land. Ghost Quarter, I kind of use it to destroy one of my own lands just to get another land onto the battlefield. And Rogue's Passage because you want to make sure Multani can punch hard and get through. Next we'll go with creatures. There are 19 creatures total. Most creatures, when they come in, they're going to get you a land. And most creatures are power and toughness equal to the number of lands you're going to control. So first off, we have Allosaurus Rider. Power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control, +1. Beanstalk Giant. He can help you search for a land put on the battlefield, but his power and toughness are also equal to the number of lands you control. Burnished Heart to help you get 2 lands out. Crash of Rhino Beetles because it's easy to have 10 lands and he's a big hitter. Dungrove Elder, power and toughness equals the number of forests you control. And Hexproof. Farhaven Elf gets you a basic land when it enters the battlefield. God Eternal Ronus, it's kind of like an end game shot with just double Multani's power. Colonian Twin Grove, when enters, it makes a copy of himself, and power toughness equals the number of force you control. Undo Giant enters, you get a basic land to your field tapped. Ramming Up Excavator just lets you play all your fetch lands for from out of the grave. Scourge-Eye Builder, help you get a basic land tapped. Sea Guide Ash, when it's sent to the graveyard from the field, get 3 forests and put them on the battlefield tapped. Solemn Simulacrum, lets you get a land to your field, and when it dies you draw. Springbloom Druid, get rid of 1 land on your field, get 2 basics to your field tapped. Ubenwald Hydra, one of my personal favorites, reach and power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. And when it enters, get any land your field tapped from your deck. Wild Wanderer enters, get another basic land tapped. Wolfbriar Elemental, it's just in there to make a whole lot of blockers because people are going to target you really easily. Wood Elves enters, get a land. And Yavimaya Dryad, same thing, enter, get a forest, put it on your battlefield. Next, we will look at the sorceries. I've broken them down into sorceries that search for land and others. So to help you search your deck for lands, there are 12 in total. So Boundless Realms, search your deck for X basics, where X is the number of lands you control, which you will control a lot. Circuitous Route, look for 2 lands put on the battlefield tapped that are basic or gates, which no gates. Cultivate, everybody knows what Cultivate is. Explosive Vegetation, look for 2 basic lands, put them on the field tapped. Our Promise, search for any 2 lands and put them on your battlefield tapped. Kodama's Reach, same thing as Cultivate. Migration Path, search for 2 basic lands, put them on your battlefield tapped. It does have cycling, but I never use it. This is Renewal, search for 3 basic lands, put them on your battlefield tapped, and you gain 7 life, which is helpful. Rampant Growth, search for 1 basic land, put it on your battlefield tapped. Ranger's Path, 2 forests tapped from your deck. Skyshroud Claim, 2 forests from your deck untapped. Temple Discovery, most people won't take it, but in this deck it's just fun. Explore, draw a card and put another land down. Gelatinous Genesis, you're going to have so much mana that you can make a whole lot of tokens and just another defense in the game. Harmonize, because you can run out of cards very easily in this deck. Hunter's Prowess, +3 and trample, and whatever damage you deal, you're going to draw that many cards, which is good because if you draw a lot of lands, just ditch them to your grave. Life's Legacy, it's another good one. Just sack Multani, draw a lot of cards. Overwhelming Stampede, great way to just end the game with all your tokens and all your little elves. And Splendid Reclamation, because you need to get back all of those fetch lands and put them back on the field to boost all your other land matters creatures. Next, just 2 instances. Realms Uncharted, I use this to search for all the cycle lands. You choose 4 cards, 4 lands. An opponent chooses 2, you get to keep 2, the other 2 go to the grave. Just choose your all cycles, so no matter what, you're going to get value. And Return to the Wild Speaker, because just boost everyone by 3 or draw a lot of cards. Next are enchantments. Blanchwood Armor, +1 for every force you control on 1 creature. Multani, obviously. Burgeoning, because you're playing so many lands, you want to get as much value as possible. Gaia's Touch, you get an additional force drop every 1 of your turns, and you can sack it at 2 mana to your mana pool that are green. Colony Heart Expedition, you're going to sacrifice this probably the same turn you play it. When a land comes in, you put a counter on it. With 3 counters, sack it, get 2 basics to your field, tapped from your library. And Rites of Flourishing, because you just need draw and extra land drops to help out quick. And finally are the artifacts. Black Blade Reforged. I mean, with all your lands, it's going to easily boost up Multani very quickly. Endless Atlas, easy way to draw cards because you're going to have pretty much all force on the battlefield. need lightning greaves to go quick and punch hard. Stratascythe, just make sure you keep at least one forest in the deck, because it's going to imprint any basic land you have. And the equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each land with the same name, so if your opponents have forests, it's going to boost even higher than just your own. No explanation. Boots again, just to go fast. Sword of the Amnest, easy way to get more basic lands out quick. Equip it to a Wood Elves just to swing and get the land. And finally, Trailblazer's Boots, because, you know, somebody is going to have a non-basic land. Alright, that is the Multani deck. Very cheap, very budgety. It's very fun to play. You should easily be able to get out 2 or more lands a turn. Multani should come out very quickly. And for budget, nobody likes you. Any input, much appreciated. Yeah, thanks.